Okay, hello and welcome. Chris here, T-shirt Titan, and in this video I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of the Titan software and show you exactly how it works. So for Titan there are basically four steps. Indeed there are four steps for any t-shirt business in terms of selling t-shirts on the internet. The first step is we want to choose a proven niche topic. So for example, this is the group of people we sell to. So for example, it could be professions, so people who are accountants or photographers or travel agents. It could be something that people own, so people who maybe own pets, people who own pit bull dogs or Siamese cats. But really the keyword there is proven. So by proven, what I mean is we want to see that that particular niche, that keyword, that there are t-shirts already selling to those people. So we don't want to enter a market where there's no t-shirts, because chances are there's no t-shirts because no one wants to buy t-shirts in that particular market. So we want to find a niche, a keyword where when we enter it on Teespring and eBay and Amazon, we already get lots and lots of results. That suggests that people are already selling t-shirts and that we might be able to sell t-shirts as well. The second step is we want to come up with ideas. So these are basically the slogan or the text that we're going to put on the front of our t-shirt. So trust me, I'm a travel agent. This girl loves Boston hockey. It's basically what we put on the front of the t-shirt. And again, the keyword here is it needs to be proven. So we don't want to try and be clever and reinvent the wheel and come up with these unproven designs. We want to be using designs that have already been proven to sell. The third step is we need to actually create our design and launch it on Teespring. So this is the physical image that we're going to upload onto our t-shirt. We upload this to Teespring and Teespring starts selling it. And then the fourth and final step is that we want to send traffic to Facebook. Send traffic to our Teespring design so that people can actually buy, and we do this using Facebook ads. And as I'm about to show you, T-Titan pretty much automates the entire system, so all four steps are largely automated in a way that's never been done before using Titan. So the first step is to choose our niche topic and find one that's proven. And we do this with T-Searcher. Now T-Searcher will discover the top selling t-shirts for the 6 top t-shirt sites on the internet for any keyword. So we can think of a niche topic, a keyword, so photographers or pit bulls or Boston hockey, and we can enter this into T-Searcher and see how many results we get and how many t-shirts are already out there. And if we find that there are lots and lots of t-shirts for a particular keyword already selling, well, it's a good sign. If on the other hand we put the keyword in and we see that there are no t-shirts selling, well, it's probably not a good niche to go into. The second step is to come up with ideas, slogans that we're going to put on the front of our t-shirts, and again this is automated using the Idea Maker software, which will generate proven t-shirt ideas for any keyword. So we just put a handful of keywords in, and this thing will basically spit out dozens and dozens of t-shirt ideas. So if you've ever had trouble trying to be creative, or you find that you might not be coming up with the most proven ideas, you're going to love the Idea Maker software. The third step is to create the actual design image itself, which is what we're going to upload to Teespring. And we do this again automated with the Auto Designer, which creates ready to upload design images in literally just a few seconds. And then the fourth and final step is we need to get Facebook traffic, and we want to do that as cheaply as possible while converting as much as possible. And one advantage we can use here is the auto model software, which lets us create Facebook ad images that are very clickable, get high click-through rates and high conversions, so that our ads jump off the newsfeed and we pay as little as possible for as high converting traffic as possible. So let me walk you through each one of those steps and give you a demonstration of all four software tools. So the first step is we need to find profitable niche topics with the T-Searcher software. And what T-Searcher does is it searches the web for popular teas. Now, as I've mentioned, the first step in our system is to choose a topic to focus on. And as I've also mentioned, the best niche topics are the ones that are proven on multiple t-shirt websites. So to make this as simple as possible, before we even get to the software, we've already handpicked the top 100 niches as of November 2004. And this is a list that we will give to you as a Titan member. But T-Searcher will either allow you to enter one of these 100 keywords, or indeed any keywords you can think of, and it will search the most popular t-shirt sites for that particular phrase. So it'll search Teespring via Facebook, it'll search eBay, Amazon, Wanelo, Zazzle, Redbubble. Basically all the top t-shirt sites are covered. All the shirts are then arranged by popularity, i.e. sales and likes, etc. And basically T-Searcher will give you an instant overview of what's popular and what's selling in any niche for any keyword across all the major websites. So it basically tells you whether that particular niche, that keyword is worth focusing on or whether we should move on. And as you're also, by the way, as you're about to see, T-Searcher can be very useful for brainstorming t-shirt ideas that are proven, which is something that we'll come on to in step 2. But this is the T-Searcher software. It's currently getting a redesign, so you'll just have to excuse. It's not the prettiest of software tools right now, although, quite frankly, when you see the functionality, that won't really matter too much. We can basically just enter a keyword over here, and then what it will do is it will search all of these sites for t-shirts, basically. So I'm just going to click on the search button. It'll search Amazon and display them by bestseller rank. It'll search eBay and display by sales. It'll search Facebook for any Teespring campaign that's live on Facebook relating to our particular keyword, and then it'll also search Redbubble, Zazzle and Wanelo. So you can see that the search is done. It's very, very quick. Let's start with Amazon. There are 11 results it's brought up. Let's just have a look at the first one here. It's got the 59,000 sales rank, which basically means it's the 59,000th best-selling clothing item on Amazon, which is actually, really quite good. Let's just click on that link and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's I shoot people and then a picture of a camera, so obviously it's kind of a joke. You can see that there's others there that I'm not going to go through right now, but it does seem like we're getting results anyway for this keyword, so straight away I'm thinking that this is a good niche to look at. eBay, again, the first one here is, seems to be the same, I shoot people, and you can see this has got 225 sales, which is excellent. 79 sales, 70, 56, 55, so you can see that there's lots of photographer t-shirts that are selling well. But let's again just look at that first one. It was actually the same design, I shoot people. Again, we can see 225 sales there. Let's just scroll down. We've got Facebook, which, as I've mentioned, will basically go and search Teespring, basically any Facebook fan page or post on Facebook that includes a Teespring URL, which obviously is a link back to Teespring, so a campaign, and of course also our keyword. So you can see some of these are fan pages that have got Teespring links, and then some of them are also individual Teespring campaigns that we can go and check out. And this will also, by the way, bring up posts, Teespring URLs that have been hidden from Google or from other crawlers as well, which is pretty cool. We've also got Redbubble, and you can see again we've got good numbers here, good numbers of likes. We also search Zazzle, and actually again you can see that I shoot people design there has got by far the highest number of likes, which is a good sign. It also searches Wanelo, but we can see from that this is definitely a keyword that we should be looking to focus on. It's obviously a proven topic, and we can also see, moving on to step 2, which I'll do now, that this I shoot people seems to be a very kind of good theme that we should maybe be looking at. So that brings us nicely on to step 2, which is to come up with the ideas for our t-shirt. What do we actually put on, what slogan, what catchphrase, what phrase do we use for our t-shirt? Well, Idea Maker will basically come preloaded with over 100 design ideas for any niche keyword. So at this point we've chosen a proven niche, and it's now time to start thinking about designs and slogans that we can put on our t-shirt. Now there are dozens of popular proven templates that you might have seen floating around on Teespring. So this girl loves her husband, this girl loves surfing, this girl loves is a t-shirt which is sold well in many different niche keywords. Or another example is trust me I'm a sailor, trust me I'm a doctor, trust me I'm a, and that's one again which will sell in any niche. So we can take these basic phrases and we can replace the word profession with any kind of profession. So trust me I'm a farmer, trust me I'm a mechanic. Likewise, this girl loves Boston hockey, this girl loves sailing with her husband. It's the same idea. We can basically take these topics and use them for any niche keyword, and it's potentially going to sell. So what we've done with Idea Maker is we've taken over 100 of these designs which are prevalent and which are selling in many different places, and we've loaded them into this software which is Idea Maker. The way it works is this: you enter keywords into Idea Maker, so professions, places, adjectives, verbs, riffs, any kind of word basically that relates to our niche. Choose from the different category packs, of which there's between 10 and 50 slogans for each one. Choose the font, click the button, and it basically spits out, it automatically generates over 100 proven ideas for your particular niche. And you can just click through to any one of these and review the Google results and see if anyone's done this kind of a t-shirt before. And it will also give you an idea of how other t-shirt designers are formatting that kind of a design, excuse me, which is useful for step 3. Oh, and by the way, the Idea Maker will even allow you to combine multiple keywords, which can be very useful for Facebook's new audience intersect feature, which I know a lot of people are excited about. So actually, while I just load this up, let me just quickly grab a glass of water. Okay, so I've got the Idea Maker loaded up, and you can see that the first step is that we need to enter keywords. So these are words that relate to our particular niche topic. So in the case of photographer, the profession, of course, is just photographer. Place could be, for example, the lab or wherever it is that they get the pictures developed. Verb could be taking pictures, snapping. Passion is obviously, photography, photos, cameras, and then riff over here is basically just kind of words that relate to the particular niche. Basically, we can choose from these different packs. Each one's got between 10 and 50 slogans. So if it was nurses, for example, I might uncheck guy, because obviously most nurses are going to be female. If it was mechanics, I might uncheck girl, because most mechanics are going to be male. And so on and so forth. But for the purposes of this, I'll just leave it checked. We can also choose the font, which is just generally how it's going to look when we click search. Okay, I've done our search. Let me just scroll down, and you can see that it's just generated lots and lots of proven designs. So trust me, I'm a photographer. I can't keep calm. I'm a photographer. Lots of these will be obvious to anyone that knows Teespring. World's okayest photographer. I'm a photographer to save time. Let's just assume I'm never wrong. All men are created equal, and a few become photographers. There are just tons and tons and tons of these. And you can see what it will also do, if you remember the riff keywords I mentioned before, is it will try and combine those into clever kind of catchphrases. And I won't go into exactly how this works in terms of the software, but you can see here that we put the keyword camera in, and it's generated this OCD, obsessive camera disorder, which is kind of something I think that's going to work pretty well on a t-shirt. So this is something that I'm going to use. You can see not all of them work, grammatically not all of them work. So measure twice, camera once, doesn't really make a lot of sense. But this one here, OCD, obsessive camera disorder, is definitely one that could work. You could also use, one of these as well. And what's cool as well is if we can just click on this, it'll just load up the Google result for that particular t-shirt. And we can straight away do two things. The first thing we can do is, if we click on images, we can see how we can see if other people have done the same t-shirt as us. And sometimes that can be a good sign. Sometimes it can be a bad sign. But it's at least good to know, and you can know that from just literally clicking this one link here. The second thing though is that even if we do decide to create a t-shirt that other people have done, just by clicking on images after we've done the search, it can show you exactly how they're formatting it. So, do they have a picture of a camera? What kind of font do they use? What words are put on their own line? What words are in big text? So it's a very, very useful thing to do with the Idea Maker, is just to be able to run these searches and quickly just head over to Google and see exactly if other people have done our design, and if so, how they're formatting it. But as I've said, there's over 100 different designs here, 100 ideas, and it's just a really cool way to create different t-shirt ideas that no one's used before. So at this point, we've come up with at least one design idea, which I think in this case was the OCD, the obsessive camera disorder one that we built up with the Idea Maker software. And I think we've probably also got the idea that we had before, which we got from the T-Searcher, was this I shoot people. So this seemed to be showing up a lot, actually, didn't it? You know, we saw this on Amazon, it was the bestseller. On eBay, it was the bestseller, and I think maybe on one other site as well. Yeah, on Zazzle, it was the one with the most likes. So we've now come up with our niche, photographers. We've checked it to see that it's proven, and we've also got a couple of ideas for t-shirts that we want to create. But what we need to do now is we need to create the designs. The way that we do that is with the Auto Designer software. So we've chosen our niche topic and we have a list of t-shirt designs that we want to launch. Now we actually need to create the design image which we can upload to Teespring, and we do this very, very quickly with the Auto Designer software. So Auto Designer lets us create the design in a few simple steps. So firstly, we choose our style, which is like the font and the color of the text we want to use. We can also upload an image either as a URL or from our own computer. And then we basically just type our design in, the slogan that we want to use, across up to 6 rows. Then we click go, and Auto Designer creates different versions of the design that we can preview. Text and image is automatically resized, formatted and aligned, and then we just want to download the one that we like. Just click on it and it will automatically download. All the designs are exported as transparent PNG files, which is the correct format, and we can instantly upload the design to Teespring and literally start selling it quicker than has ever been possible before. So let me just go over to the TeeMaker software, which is over here. So you can see that the first step is we can choose our styles, and this is basically the font and different text colors and background color, although it doesn't actually export without a background, so it doesn't make a ton of difference. But we can choose from up to 2 different style colors. We can enter an image URL or upload an image. And then we basically just enter our slogan. So we can enter up to 6 rows of text. So line 1, we can put a line here. So, you know, whatever we want to type here, it'll just go in as the first line. In this case, I'm going to run with this OCD kind of design idea that I had before that I think could work really well. So we've only got 2 lines of text, but I do also want to insert an image before the actual text because, you know, I think that can work well. So if I just click on upload image, you'll see that I've got this image here of the camera lenses. You might not be able to see it perfectly, but it basically just looks like a camera lens closing, and I just found this online, so I'm just going to upload this. So I've clicked on upload image and I've selected my camera lens. I've got OCD and then obsessive camera disorder, and I'm going to insert my image on this row. So let me just click on create t-shirt designs. And if we scroll down, you'll see that for the different fonts and colors that we've chosen, it's basically creating different design images, and they're literally being generated in front of us. So you can see here, this one looks good. It's both the fonts are called Anton font. It's white color, and it just looks pretty solid. Oh, actually, I think that one might be the best looking one. So, you know, to download it, we literally click the button and it's just downloaded straight to our computer. That's, you know, how simple it is. And we've just come from a design idea to it being created in literally the space of just a few seconds. So let me actually even just upload this to Teespring. So upload your image, and we're just going to click on that. And straight away, in literally a few seconds, we've generated our t-shirt designs. There are no designers to pay, no waiting around for a designer. We can literally put this live on Teespring in a matter of seconds and start selling. So hopefully, you know, you can agree that that's actually a really, really cool thing. I might also actually go back later and do this I shoot people design because it does seem like that's working. But you know, I prefer to use one that we've generated using the Idea Maker software, so you can see the whole system working all the way through. So we've now come up with a niche. We've searched it on T-Searcher, and we've seen that the niche is indeed a proven niche. There are lots of t-shirts being sold. We've come up with some design ideas, either from ideas that we saw were selling on T-Searcher or from using the Idea Maker software. We've created the design using Auto Designer, and we've put it live on Teespring, and we're now ready to drive traffic to our design using Facebook ads. And one of the really cool things that you can do with Facebook ads is that you can use images on when you're advertising on the newsfeed to really jump off the newsfeed and pull people's interest in. And the more that you can do that, the more engaging your images are. The more clicks you're going to get, the more shares, the more likes, the more comments, and of course the more conversions. So the image that you use is very, very important to Facebook, and it can have a massive effect on how successful you are. And this is where AutoModel comes in. AutoModel software creates engaging images of models wearing your t-shirt designs. These stand out in the Facebook newsfeed, which means you get more clicks and higher conversions. The first step is to upload your design, so you just upload the design up here. Then you can choose from 10 different models, male, female, in black, white, t-shirts, hoodies, etc., etc. Next is to choose a background image. You can also upload your own image, which is specific to that particular niche. So if you were targeting pilots, you might have a background image of a runway. If you were targeting surfers, you can have a background image of of people surfing, which of course will boost engagement even more and make the software even more powerful. Then we just click go and preview the images and save the ones that we like to our computer. All images export as 1200 by 628 high quality PNG files, which is perfectly formatted for the Facebook newsfeed. You can create multiple variations of any styles that you're offering, so hoodies, t-shirts, white tees, black tees, and then split test them very easily on Facebook to ensure that you get the maximum ROI. And by the way, when we're talking about Facebook, it's important to remember that Titan also includes complete Facebook training, along with, of course, complete t-shirt training in general. But there's complete advanced Facebook trainings that anyone can dominate Facebook ads and start getting traffic. Okay, so here's the AutoModel software. As I've mentioned, the first step is to upload our design. So let me just choose the one that we've just selected there, or we've just created rather, with Auto Designer. We can also upload a background image, as I've mentioned. So since this is photographers, we could have like a background of someone taking pictures, maybe something artistic, wildlife, that kind of thing. Then we choose from different models. So we've got black tees, white tees, female, male, all different styles. For now I'm just going to choose the black hoodie one, and then we can just choose our background color, which in this case I'm just going to go with the blue sky. Click on create model images, and as you can see, very simply, the image that is generated is a picture of our design on the front of a t-shirt, or in this case a hoodie, and that pretty much covers the AutoModel software, which is kind of like a bonus software, I suppose. All of the other softwares that are included are really required, I think, for the system to work, whereas that's kind of something that we just chucked in as kind of a last minute bonus. But one thing that definitely isn't a last minute bonus is the training. Now, as well as the 4 software tools that I've just shown you, which are pretty mind-blowing, I think you'll agree, we also give a very advanced training system. So even though as you've seen, it's pretty much all automated, we've also included video training, which encompasses about 18 videos and runs for a total of over 8 hours. And these videos are broken down into 4 key stages, the first of which is choosing a good niche. Second step is to generate t-shirt ideas. The third is to generate t-shirt designs, and the fourth is driving traffic with Facebook ads. So this is really the system that took me from zero to selling over $10,000 worth of t-shirts in the space of a month. So I spent a lot of time on Teespring, really couldn't make it work, and literally in the space of a few weeks I made a few changes and was able to generate good results, and what I learned I've basically put into this training. As well as the videos, there's also a quick start PDF guide so you can get started as quickly as possible. Plus there's training for each of the Titan software tools. So I think when you look at all the different softwares, you look at the training, you look at everything that's included, I think you'll agree that this is the ultimate package to sell t-shirts on Teespring with Facebook ads right now. You know, there's nothing out there, I don't think, like T-shirt Titan in terms of the value, all of the software tools and all of the training. So hopefully this video was of value, and I look forward to seeing you inside the members area.